to the sun-drenched tropical paradise of Isle Delfino. We're so pleased to welcome you to our beautiful home. Come enjoy a natural wonderland to which we've added the world's finest resort facilities, a spectacular amusement park, and succulent seafood. All this and more await you on Isle Delfino. Come relax and let us refresh your body and spirit.
And with that opening cutscene out of the way, welcome to my next Let's Play of Take It Away, Mario.
Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Yeah, Super Mario Sunshine, a game that was originally released on the GameCube, and it's a game that I have played many, many times. Now, for this Let's Play, I'm going to be playing specifically the Super Mario 3D All-Stars version, which means the game is going to be in widescreen, and the graphics have been upscaled to 1080p. I just think it's going to be a more nicer viewing experience at the very least, but also it's just easier for me to capture games on the Switch than it is for me to capture games on the GameCube. So yeah, this is the easiest way for me to capture the game. But anyways, I really, really like Super Mario Sunshine. Like I've said before, it's a game that I've played many times, and I know there's quite a few people that would call this like the black sheep of the series or whatever, but I still think it's probably my favorite 3D Mario platformer. It is very different than the other 3D Mario games, but I still think it's fun. Anyways, without further ado, let's go start our adventure in Isle Delfino.
What happened? What's this icky paint-like goop? It's moving!
Now, boys, don't touch that stuff.
Excuse me, but... Huh?
I am most concerned with the well-being of the princess in this dreadful heat. Master Mario, if you would, cross over to that shore and find some assistance.
Mario, be careful. I have a bad feeling about this. So as you saw, there was quite a lot of voice acting in these few cutscenes that we've seen. That's something that is a little bit weird about this game. Usually in 3D Mario games, Peach is the one that would probably have like the most extensive voice acting, while characters like Toadsworth probably wouldn't. But here, at the very least in the cutscenes in this game, a lot of the characters are voiced. Now, we won't be seeing a lot of voice acting later on in the game. It's just really present here in the beginning where there's quite a few cutscenes. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, our trip has gone off to a bit of a rocky start. There's this weird goo in the middle of the airport. Now, right here. You're talking, but I just want to say, while I am playing the 3D All-Stars version, I'm not using Joy-Cons or a Switch Pro controller. I'm actually using a Nintendo GameCube controller that is hooked up to the GameCube adapter that is connected to my Switch, which means I will be playing this game with GameCube controls. It's my preferred way of playing this game. I just find the GameCube controls to be a lot more easier than playing with, say, a Pro Controller or Joy-Cons. And I'll get into that a little bit. But one notable difference here is, even though it says press A to talk to NPCs, when you're using the GameCube controller, you press the B button. So don't worry, Mario, we'll watch over the princess. Oh, Blue Toad. My favorite out of the Toads. But I guess it's because I associate myself with Blue Toad. What did you say before? I wasn't really paying attention. That goop looks dangerous. I wouldn't touch it, Mario. If you get some on you, get in the water or do a spin jump. Quickly move the left stick in a circle and jump. Yep, that's how you do a spin jump. Pretty handy move. I use that move quite a bit. Heck, Mario, it's all goopy. Oop. Even though it says A and I know to press the B button, I'm probably going to instinctually press the A button instead of the B button to talk to the Toads or NPCs, just because that's like the first thing that comes to mind. So you might see me trip up with that every now and then. It looks like the skunk is coming from somewhere below. It's really slippery, so watch your step. Actually, yeah, we can take a look at it below, so let's just jump in here. So swimming controls, just press B to dive, or you press A to swim up. So you can see there's this weird gooey thing here. Anyways, let's just swim back here. You can press A to swim a little bit faster when you're on the surface. And you press the A button to jump. You can do a triple jump if you do 3 consecutive jumps in a row. Like that. You go from regular jump to double jump and then triple jump. Pretty easy. When you're moving, you can press B to slide. You can do that in tandem with jumping. To do that, pretty easy. Anyways, right over here, there's this thing.
Power up complete. Thank you for purchasing this item from GAD Science Incorporated. Preparing to register customer information. Scanning and classifying subject data. Subject identified as Mario, resident of the Mushroom Kingdom. Data storage complete. I am Flood, a flash liquidizer ultra-dowsing device. I hope to be of assistance. Proceeding with user instruction. Use the button to shoot water from my tank. If you press the button, you can stop and shoot. You can then use the stick to aim in any direction. Press the X button to switch to the hover nozzle. You can then press the button to hover in the air for a short time. If this tank is empty, no water can be sprayed. To refill tank, enter a body of water and press the button. Instructions complete. Proceed.
We had the option of hearing the explanation again, but I think that was a pretty apt explanation. Fun fact though, because this is the 3D All-Stars version, the tutorial had some of the dialogue changed for a little bit because the original GameCube version had different controls. So some of the controls, like press this button to do this thing, they had to be changed or gotten rid of because the buttons on the Joy-Con / Pro controller are different than the GameCube controller, which is why they had to change some of the dialogue here, which is really just getting rid of some of the words that Flood says, but it just sounds really awkward that way. But anyways, Flood here is what makes Super Mario Sunshine pretty different compared to the other Mario games. So we can press the R button here. Press ZR or R if you're using the Pro. This is actually the reason why I prefer the GameCube controller, because having 2 different buttons to spray with Flood, I really didn't like. With the GameCube version, you only need to press the R button. You can press it in halfway, and you can move while just walking around and spraying. Or if you press the R button all the way, Mario stays in place and you can control the direction at which you're spraying the FLUDD. Which is pretty neat. Having two buttons to do those two separate things, this would be the ZR button, and then this would be the R button. That just throws me off, and it's just not as intuitive in my opinion. Anyways, these two M's here are really just to be a bit of a tutorial. But, yeah. And there's this pool of water here where you can just refill with the R button. If you press the Y button, you go into first person mode, and no matter how hard you're pressing the R button, Mario will stay in place, and you can just change the direction at which FLUDD is spraying. This is probably my preferred way of spraying with the spray nozzle. It's just really handy. If you press the X button, that switches over to the hover nozzle. Just press the R button, and Mario will spray and hover on the ground for a little bit. And this does keep momentum in, I guess, it pays attention to your momentum. So if you're like sliding and then you jump and then you try to use the hover nozzle, let's do this. It won't really keep you in the air that long because you'd be falling faster that way. It's just pretty neat. And because we have FLUDD here, this just gives us a whole lot of different ways to maneuver around, which makes the 3D platforming element of this game quite a bit different compared to, say, Super Mario 64, which was the 3D Mario game that came before this. We can get to places that we couldn't normally with Mario's jumps alone. Anyways, when you're in the air, you can press the L button to do a ground pound. That'll come in handy at some point. Also, fun fact about those M's that we sprayed, those are the only M's in the game that will give regular coins. You'll see what I mean by that later on, but yeah. Anyways, we can try to clear up some of this goop. But, ooh, hold up. Were the controls inverted in the GameCube version or not? I know you have the option of changing that. They might have been, so right now I don't have the controls inverted when you're going up or down. I might change that, just because I don't know, that would feel more natural to me. Anyways, let's spray the big thing in the middle, spray it with enough water, and this thing comes out. This thing, Mario Wiki likes to call it the Proto Piranha. I call it the Goopy Piranha, because it's a piranha plant made of goop. So what you want to do is when its mouth is open, you want to spray it with water. When it's closed, I'll let it close here for a bit. That works. Close your mouth. If you try to spray it when its mouth is closed, that won't work. You're just gonna hide? Okay, guess I gotta spray this more. But now let's just spray it again. Hit it 3 times in the mouth, and that's enough to take it down. Doesn't even need to be a little bit of water, or doesn't need to be a lot of water, just like a little bit is enough to kill it. And this thing has now appeared. You okay? Hello? Let me clean you up. Ugh. Oh, I really thought I was a goner. Hey, hang on. It's you. This whole mess is your fault. What about you? Oh, Shine Sprite. Shine Sprite. Well, I guess let's collect... Oh, wait a minute. I've never actually checked to see what any of these toads say. Shiny Shine came out of the slime. Shiny Shine. I like it. That bright object. It's not a star. What could it be? What about you? It's so bright. I wonder what that thing is. Huh. I mean, I guess it makes sense. They're really only seen stars, at least like Peach and all of them. And we are, I would assume, far away from the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, well, let's go collect it.
Nice work, Mario.
Quite quite an unusual device. Is it some sort of pump?
I am Flood, glad to meet you.
Hey, someone's coming.
Court is now in session.
As you are no doubt aware, someone has been senselessly defacing fair Isle Delfino using some paint-like substance. The accused is charged with polluting our beautiful home, and yes, endangering our very way of life. Indeed, how can one not be aware of what is going on? Though it is daytime in Delfino Plaza, our poor residents tremble beneath a veil of darkness. Expert shine scholars have determined that this darkness has arisen because all of our guardians, the shine sprites, have vanished from their gathering spot at the shine gate. The reason? It's quite obvious. This horrible graffiti is to blame. Behold this sketch of the perpetrator based on eyewitness descriptions. The truth is obvious. The guilty party sits among us. It is none other than Mario.
Objection!
Overruled. I judge the defendant guilty as charged. I hereby order the defendant to clean this entire island. Until Isle Delfino is completely free of his vile handiwork, Mario shall not be allowed to leave. Court adjourned.
This appears to be quite a predicament, Mario. Data analysis verifies that the island's inhabitants are indeed troubled by pollution, but the pollution itself is not the main problem. Mario, you witnessed this object at the airstrip, correct? It is a shine sprite. Shine sprites are the source of power on Isle Delfino. They used to gather in great numbers at the Shine Gate, but the graffiti incident has polluted the island and most of the shine sprites have fled. There is no longer any power to support the peaceful lifestyle of the islanders. It is most pitiable. The only way to ensure the return of the shine sprites is to keep the island from becoming any dirtier. The perpetrator is likely at work even as we speak. And you, Mario, are being treated as a criminal. Tomorrow we must do our best to resolve this situation.
Go straight that way. You can't miss the mess now. Your first job's to get rid of all that ugliness. And remember, we'll be watching you, pal. We'll know if you start slacking off.
And now, welcome to Delfino Plaza. It's pretty annoying that they just basically treated us as a criminal, had no way of letting us defend ourselves, no lawyers or anything, but whatever. Anyway, so Isle Delfino here. This is our main hub area of the game. It's a pretty big place, and the game pretty much expects you to just, treat this area like a playground of sorts, to mess around with the controls, explore a bit a little. So we can start by cleaning up this mess, but I just want to explore a bit. So you can see, there's the, Shine Gate that they're talking about, and it has been, defouled with that graffiti. Defouled? Befouled? Whatever. We have these, fountains spraying here. Actually, these fountains are pretty cool. If you start to run out of water, let me just use up a little bit here. If you go near these fountains, it'll just instantly fill you up. Pretty cool. Here, there's this little alleyway. This is actually when I first played through Super Mario Sunshine. This is how I practiced doing wall jumps. Just press A when you're on the side of a wall. You have to, like, run towards the wall. You can't be hugging it when you press the A button to jump. You can climb up on the roof of places. It's really, really neat. I have a lot of fond memories of just running around here in Isle Delfino, just doing this sort of stuff. As you can see, there's a wanted poster with us. Oh, hello. You're okay after all, I just knew you would be. I don't remember Peach saying this. Is that supposed to be like a squid? I don't know. And why is the sky so dark, huh? It's not sun-drenched. This is hardly my idea of a relaxing vacation, Mario. I want to go home right now. Well, we can't really... I mean, Peach and Toadsworth and all the Toads can go home, but we can't because we have to clean up this mess. If you spray the wanted poster, coin pops out. So, that's neat. Anyways, here is some more goop. The goop will... it'll spawn these enemies. I don't know what they're called. I just call them the Goopy Boys. Actually, I've never called them that, but these are the generic enemies of the game. You'll see these pretty much everywhere you go, as long as there is a little bit of this goop. And yeah, they'll just hop at you if they see you. Kind of annoying. Anyways, let's spray this thing, and we have another Proto Piranha to fight. Or Goopy Piranha. I prefer calling them Goopy Piranha. And I definitely need to change my controls to inverted. I think that would make my life a lot easier. Yeah, that's kind of throwing me off that it's not inverted. Okay, there we go. And one more should do the trick.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Mario?
Peach, I don't know how you can mistake that for Mario when you saw me right there next to you a few moments ago. Anyways, that thing that looks like us has kidnapped Peach. I mean, Peach getting kidnapped is nothing new. Now, hey! Policeman! Look at that! There's the actual perpetrator! The one that's... Wow. Can I help you? I'm not slacking off! You just saw that fella create this goop right in front of you and you did nothing! And yet you still treat me like the criminal. Rude. Oh yeah, here's one thing about the goop. If you run into it, it will make you lose your footing and you'll slip around on it. Just something to keep in mind. Anyways, here, this is where the game expects you to press the ZR button or press the R button on the game controller halfway through to spray while moving to chase this fella. But yeah. After a few hits, that should be enough. Ow, 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 ow! Not fair! Completely unfair! You shouldn't be allowed to use tools like that. Now, if we just head on over here, if we beat him to the square, this is where we're supposed to chase him to, the statue. But as you can see, he's just chilling right there. Do that. And there we go. He vanishes into the statue. We have to spray it and chase after him. So let's go.